The Mechanics. Since you always wanna talk about somebody, I think it's about time that we speak about you.
Welcome to Chief and Greet. How you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Why don't you let the people out there know who you are?
Yo, what's up, mi gente? This is your boy Urmc, aka The Wizard, engineer, producer, and Spanish rapper out of Puerto Rico, raised in Chicago, and out here in California doing my thing.
Okay, for sure. So, what got you? I'm gonna jump right into the questions. Okay. So, what got you started in the? What got you started in the business?
I got it started in Chicago. That's where everything started. My hometown, and I was barely like 13 years old, and I was doing productions like dance, house music, freestyle, which I'm known for still for that. But I got into the rap hip hop scene when I was in Puerto Rico. I met up with a lot of legends out there that I looked up to. You know, one of them is one of the old school rappers, Vico C, which a lot of people compare me to him, but you know, we have different styles, you know what I'm saying? Mm. But basically, from there, you know, it just the hip hop, Spanish hip hop and reggaeton just took over. You know, as far as my rap skills.
Mm-hmm. So, when you first performed, do you remember your first performance?
Yeah, my first performance was my number one hit song in Chicago was Echa Para Adelante. That was the first song that made me who I am today. You know, that gave me the name.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you remember that feeling though? When you picked the mic up, you walked out there, how many people were in the audience?
Man, the first day I performed, and it was my first performance, I had 50,000 people staring at me.
Oh man.
And I'll never forget that because I was out in the Chicago theater, and yeah, it just boomed. It just vibe on me. I didn't get scared, nothing. I just went.
Heart didn't beat any or anything like that. Wasn't looking for the nearest trash bin or anything.
Nothing. Just like rah.
Just ran right out. Just was like, yo, I got this.
Let them have it.
For sure. So you was natural at this.
I was natural.
All ever since you were a kid, all the way up, right?
Yep.
Just natural.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. And you know, and a lot of artists and so forth, they think it's really simple when you go out and you perform in front of a lot of people, 50,000, 100,000 people, a full auditorium full of people screaming, chanting. I mean, it's make or break right there.
Yep.
You know, and to be able to go out and do that speaks volumes to your character as well as your dedication and drive to this music.
Yep.
You know, is there any in particular artist past in the past or that has passed away, or either is currently doing music that you would like to do a song with?
Definitely, rest in peace, my boy Mexicano. This guy was an inspiration to me, besides Vico C. Because the way I rap, you know, I got a unique style where I spitting hard, I sing in Spanish, and I rap in Spanish on my songs. No takes, no give and takes, and Mexicano influenced me with that tongue twist. To me, he was one of the first tongue twisters out there in Spanish. Mm-hmm. Then you got all these other guys. Vico C was more streetwise.
Can you give us an example of what that tongue twist sounds like?
Yeah, it sounds like if example that I learned with Vico C out there, where he says, "El tiempo de actuar, así que prepárate, no te gusta mi grupo, pues sepárate," stuff like that. Now, when it comes to like Mexicano, that's like, no me importa lo que diga porque vengo aquí. Okay. That's that raspy voice where I created the UMC formula with the raspy voice.
Okay, for sure.
So now everybody knows Mexicano, and then this is Vico C.
Yeah.
So you put them combined, it's like a monster.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. So yeah, it's I mean, my tongue don't move that quick. So, but no, seriously, you know, so you've built a style, you've built a brand. Now over that time from Chicago, from that first show, all the way to now where we're at here in California.
Yeah.
How many songs how many performances do you think that you've done?
I could say approximately around 20. Because Chicago was my first break. Then in 2003, I came to California and I opened up SGR Records division of hip hop. I was about the only Spanish rapper at the time in Los Banos. And that's why I made up with Killer A and my boy Drastic. They were the two first artists that I ever signed. Everybody started performing, you know, for the festivals and all that. Got good. Then one day, you know, once I moved to Modesto, my life kind of changed, like 830 degrees or 90 degrees, because that's where the actual Latin community spotted me. And they put me on this one show, and I'll never forget it, which is Calle Ocho in Los Angeles, 300,000 people right in front of me. And it was like a shock absorber right there. I said, this is it.
Yeah.
This is gonna go far.
Yeah.
But I had to work my way in there and push it as hard as possible. And then now, you know, in the future, which is 2020, I took a whole different aspect of it. I started working with OG Insane with the script, my boy Drastic, Killer A, and we just kind of created a big formula. And each artist has a different way of rapping, performing, you know, and then to this day, me being the Spanish rapper in the 209 is a blessing to me. There's other rappers. But a lot of the Spanish rappers that I've met so far, they're good. But sometimes, like, there's no, how would I say, there's no vocabulary matching up. You know, you got your vocabulary, I got mine. So like, where you get your vocabulary? You know, and it's like, it's not about where I got it, it's how I study it, and how I performed it throughout my life.
Okay.
And that's what's calling the attention as far as the Latin, you know, hip hop.
Because you're actually saying something in the song,
yeah.
giving a storytelling,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
rather than just kind of just saying
Instead
different
of gibbering
things.
it or saying it, I'm
Yeah,
writing it,
you-
and I'm seeing the visual. Like, I write what I see.
Okay.
And my past experience and to what I am now. It's a big, even my family tells me now, you know, like, man, if you did that back then when you was 13 years old, I think you would have been way up there. You know what I'm saying? But I always kept it underground. I'm an underground hip hop no matter what.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So you're starting to blend the black and the brown community and bringing them together by doing music with everybody.
Other English artists.
Artists and Spanish artists, and bringing it together, and then you're building a camp that is going to be completely undeniable. It sounds like. I mean,
Very strong camp.
Strong camp, strong, talented people. I have had the pleasure of listening to a lot of you guys' music, and I'm still every day I look at my Facebook, and I'm looking at your Facebook page. I'm looking at everybody from your camp's Facebook page, and I'm like, when they're gonna put a new video out? I want to see this, because you see videos from you guys. Unlike a lot of people, they'll put music out and they'll put some artwork up there, and then that's it. You'll put a video that's still being shot up, and then give a sneak peek about it, and like, stay tuned.
Stay tuned, yeah.
You know, and people are keeping their ear to the ground right now, trying to. We want more, because you've already given us greatness. We want to see more. You can't stop now.
Yeah.
So you have to keep it going. Because I mean, I know I'm a huge fan. I know the people that are watching right now, they're huge fans. And I know some of them are sitting back right now like, why is this guy getting to do the interview? I wish I could, right? Yeah. So I mean, that's how influence how much influence you actually have over your fans.
Yeah.
If you could tell your fans one in particular thing right now that they may not know about you. Like a hidden talent or something, like maybe you like baking. I don't know. You know what I mean? Something that's kind of off the wall that's not to do with music.
But I love cooking. You know, that's my number one. I like cooking Puerto Rican food. You know, and I stay to my roots. Pasteles, you know, arroz con andule, all that good stuff.
I don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
Yes,
so
good stuff. But you know, I'm real creative when I'm cooking. You know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I mean, it goes hand in hand. A lot of musical people are really good at other art forms, and cooking, I like to think of it as an art form, because if it looks good, it's gonna taste good, right? So, next, back to the music thing. Now, you already touched bases on this a little bit. You talked about being the owner of a label. Yeah. So there are there are thousands and thousands of these youngsters that are out here right now that may be Spanish speaking rappers, that may be English or bilingual speaking rappers that are looking for a home. Are you accepting any demos or anything like that right now at this point?
At this point right now, I'm not accepting no demos.
Okay.
I'm working strictly with my team.
Okay.
Because you know, it's like every other artist, we are working to get out, to expand and blow, and then maybe later on, you know, if there's an opportunity, I will sign it right people.
Okay.
But as of right now, the newest member of my team under SGI Records is Drayman.
Okay.
And that's the only person I really signed into.
He came in. He must have came in real strong.
Well, Drayman, you know, Drayman is back in the old school. You know, we go way back. I think, you know, he goes way back there. And you know, when I did the song Coqueta, I started doing my thing. Next thing you know, he's over here singing.
Oh, okay.
And I liked it. So I told him let's go to the studio and record this thing. So we did. We recorded it, and it came out good with 40 cal.
Yeah.
And I just made the decision to keep it.
Wow.
And you know, starting next year, you know, we'll be coming out with some new stuff.
Sure, for sure. We can't wait to hear it.
And working with Top Tier, you know, that's my family. That's all the way. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
OG Insane and the script, man. It's like, how would I say it? It's a big team. We always keep that circle, but that circle is like tight, like a family. You know what I'm saying? And always work together. I always try to ask them, ask Drastic or Killer, hey, what you think of it? All right, well, I'm gonna come stronger. Let's see what comes out of it. And next you know, I do come out stronger than because they influence me. They tell me, hey, you're stronger on it. Sorry, I'm gonna be rap.
So even though you feel like you're at the top of the game, you still feel like you can, you're still open to constructive criticism.
Yes.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like criticism, but I'll tell you one thing: if it ain't for criticism, you're gonna be there, and then I'm gonna be flying up here. Why? Because I listen. That's one thing a lot of people don't do. They don't listen. And being in this rap game and this rap genre, you gotta go and follow your dreams. That's number one. Two, you gotta make sure you're legit. And me, when I produce, I make my beats. I don't have a problem with my artists because they're my beats. Full rights. Let's blow it up. But I do suggest never. Me, I'm not a person who likes buying beats. Don't ever sell me a lease beats because I'm gonna delete you. I don't want to hear you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So leasing beats, you don't believe in?
Leasing beats is not cool, man.
That's
Get your exclusive, get it done right.
Yeah.
Once you distribute it and everybody gets their credit, the video and so forth, everybody's happy.
And don't and you.
But when you got a lease just dangling around while you're doing this, and at the last minute they take it away from you and sell it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Then what was the whole purpose of this lease?
Exactly.
I buy exclusive. That's it. Point blank.
Well, I see a lot of young artists right now. They come into the studio and they want to record, and what they do is they're like, okay, well, it's this YouTube beat that I found.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to YouTube and download it real quick, and I'm gonna take it. I don't think that they realize what they're doing to themselves. They're basically pimping themselves, because basically they could put fire on it. They could have just did Brenda Had a Baby on that track.
Yeah, that's true.
And then that track goes through and up to the stratosphere, but they're not going to see a dime off of it.
They won't.
The producer will.
The producer will. See, a lot of artists don't understand, man. I could download a song right now, a whole beat. Matter of fact, I would download the song and mute your lyrics.
Yeah.
And just rap over that shit.
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen? They're gonna come at me. One, because automatically a lot of people don't understand that these artists, you upload that shit to YouTube, guess what? They're on their game. They already know it's somebody else's. And you could promote it, but it's not yours. And the producer that made it is gonna get that money.
For sure. Yeah, and that's, I think that's the problem with a lot of the youngsters that are coming up right now. They can't find good producers, and like I heard you say earlier, you are a producer.
I'm a producer myself.
So if somebody wanted to get a beat from you, are you available to that idea?
I mean, I'm always producing. There's no questions asked. And the 209, they have like embraced me, and I think the artists and I thank the fans who believed in my music and my work. You know, I'm very busy. Yeah, I work with my artists, I work with myself, but I also produce for other in the genre, because more than one genre.
Yeah.
You know, I produce hip hop, reggaeton, and dance music. That's where I came from. Those were where my roots came from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I got inspired with doing the reggaeton. When I do my reggaeton, come on, you listen to it, it's like house beat.
Yeah.
You're just adding the snares to it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and other stuff.
So how if somebody's out here watching right now, how do we pick up a beat from you?
Man, you want to pick up a beat from me, hit me on my Instagram, Urmc the Wizard. You could hit me there or just go to sgirecords.com. There's a contact button and just boom, it'll go directly to me and we'll talk business.
For sure. And before we let you go out of here, I like asking one last question. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite curse word?
Hijo de puta!
I don't know what it means, but it sounds great. So
yo, and a lot of people trip out. You know when you get those days you're pissed off, whatever, and they come at me, vete pa'l carajo.
All right, for sure.
For real.
And then just speaking to your fans, if there's any last comments or any last things that are on your mind you'd like to tell them, and please don't forget to let us know where we can find you at all your social media platforms, where we can find your music at and that as well.
You can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/UUMC, YUYOMC, and you'll see the whole SGR clan and all the videos, and also top tier. You could also catch me on Instagram, which is UUMC the Wizard, and then on Facebook, just type in UUMC and I'm all over the place. Word of advice to me for the fans is like, I know there's a lot of rappers out there listening. You know, go with your dreams, man. Don't let nobody stop you, man. For real. I mean, you want to do something, make sure you have your budget. You know, it's important to have the budget. Make sure you do your pictures professionally. Don't just like take a camera picture and put it as a cover, because that's not going to work in the industry. You know, the way you present yourself, that's how the industry is going to treat you. And that's real talk, man. So, you know.
So don't go in there acting gangster like you off of NWA,
my brother,
Ice Cube slamming into the...
You could be as gangster as it is. You know what I'm saying? But make sure that you know, introduce yourself to the world. You know, you want to sell something, make sure that cover's going to sell. Make sure your song's going to sell. Don't do stuff halfway, man. You know, don't just get a camera and start recording a video. Here you go, I got a hit video. Get yourself a professional. And always listen, like I said, inputs. That's very important. And take criticism, man, because if you don't take criticism, man, you're just gonna wanna act like, man, I don't need them, whatever. Then that's where your fall down is gonna be at. For real.
Well, we'd like to thank you for stopping by this afternoon. Thank you for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure, like always, and I can't wait to hear more music.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's gonna be a lot of music out, so yeah, get ready for that one. Here we come.
For sure. Thanks.
All right.
The Mechanics. Since you always wanna talk about somebody, I think it's about time that we speak about you.